time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Miami's offense will have the football first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Rides to the back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year. And
big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Winston. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
On third down, he drops to throw. The quick out. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Canes look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds a man on the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Off play action. Looking left. Got a wide open receiver. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, first and goal. And the Hurricanes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Miami!
you're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Notre Dame's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Looking downfield, it's Peterson. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Quick handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's got him this time. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Canes are threatening in the red zone. To the air on 1st down. Looking down the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Punts it out of the air. Touchdown, Hurricane. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
Nothing going right for this team early in the 1st quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to throw. It's Winston. Gets open down the middle. And midfield, he's got room. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice. There he goes! Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Hurricanes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Handoff from the gun. Finds some fresh air. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter.
And that's a first down.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
From the gun, give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Peterson. Fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. He slides that just inside the right upright.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now in this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third and count.
Going downfield for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Got his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw. It's Winston. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. We now move inside 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Looking to throw again. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And the Hurricanes looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people...
Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Looking to throw, it's Peterson. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Handoff to the lone back. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man to the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Bryant. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! They'll try to add another to their lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Caught near the sticks. It's Wheeler. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Back to throw, it's Peterson. Makes a grab over the middle. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throwing right. He's got it. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the 1st down marker. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches.
Here we go.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Winston. Finds his tight end. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. Just enough time to get off one more snap. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half.
And the Canes will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this...
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. From the gun. Wants to pass. He's got his man. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Winston. Got his man on the right.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They'll run it. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. Gets it out fast. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Finds his big tight end. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads it downfield. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake. Finds the tight end. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Peterson. He's got it. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And wings it incomplete.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target. They're just not on the same page.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They boot it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Makes the catch. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. He makes the grab. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Working the middle, it's complete. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Winston. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Fires to the middle. Trying to find the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Canes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe getting the quarterback. Just a little bit.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. A quick pass to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Second down coming up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Sometimes you might be tempted to get a little tricky there. Got a quarterback, he can fall forward, he can move the chains. Just do that.
Reese, I agree, because if I can't get short yardage situations with a quarterback sneak, I don't deserve to win anyways. So I better be able to toughen up, get a little bit of push, and get the yardage.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running back searching for a hole. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Here on third down for this offense.
Here we go.
Scanning the field, it's Peterson. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Breaks into the open. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw, it's Winston. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. And the Hurricanes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the big fella. Finds a crease at the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Canes will have it first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it and still on his feet. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Tough running gets it down to the 4.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Looking for the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. So they will eschew the short field goal attempt and instead try to score from the 5 on 4th down. He's looking to pass. Quarterback adapting. Fires to the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Notre Dame backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost, looking for room on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Klein getting set on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
From midfield, looking for room. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They want that clock to run. He now has 106 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Hurricanes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's...
Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Buys a little time. Lets it fly. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
Kickoff unit on the field. And this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's loose down the middle. The 30, the 20. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got it at the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Grabs it in the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Back to throw, it's Winston. Quick completion on the out route. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Makes the grab. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously.
They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0. Ball game is over. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us.